that are in Taco Bells in Mexico are actually made in America, which I find kind of weird. Apparently Mexicans can't make taco shells right.
I've never had a hard shell taco like a Mexican.
I know that's the thing. They didn't have it right. Yeah.
We're doing different.
Yeah, I know it is.
Soft tacos, not hard tacos.
Oh my God.
Right.
That's American stuff.
I know.
Belly's getting soft.
But you got a few guys that are Hispanic descent. Does the idea of Taco Bell, you think of it not as Mexican food, you think of it as American fast food, right? And that's the vast majority of other.
Like,
We
But
put
I mean,
other
I
people
think
next to the
the-
chicken.
What's that?
We put different.
Yeah, it's totally different. I mean, it's. And just think in Kansas City, where we have a very vibrant Hispanic community, you go to a Mexican restaurant in Johnson County is going to be completely different than a Mexican restaurant on Southwest Boulevard, right? It's just the way it is. Because those ones down there cater to people that are Hispanic. In Johnson County, they're catering to people that want American Mexican, right?
Yeah.
So it's
Like
just
Tex-Mex.
different. Yeah, exactly. So it makes sense. Okay, so again, what are the 5 themes really? I'm going to shorten this as well. You want me to move this up for those people in the back? Okay, what are they? They're 5. I like the word topics. And I want you to list those. Location, place, human environmental interaction, and movement region. Yeah, studying the 5 themes of geography is studying culture.
Can I just put HEI there, where it says human?
If you know what that means.
Okay.
I'm not going to grade you on the notes exactly the way. I'm going to grade you if you're actually listening and taking down the notes. If I see that you're not doing that, you won't get the full points. If you know, you guys are just getting basically participation points for notes. If you lose them, I'll give you another set. Okay. If you guys can ask the right questions, you guys can make a lot of money. If you can find answers to questions that other people have not figured out, that's where the real money is. If you can figure out a solution that no one else has done by asking the right questions, you can make a lot of money. I like to say that everyone has $1 million idea. You just have to be able to make it into something. My $1 million idea was stolen. I didn't get to use it. I could have been $1 million. You know what my $1 million idea was?
What?
Okay. I don't think I'll ever have another $1 million idea. When I was a kid, I was a swimmer. I swam all the time. And you know goggles? They used to have the rubber strap, and they'd always break, right? Because the rubber gets old into the chlorine, it just breaks, so you'd have to tie them up. I got really sick of that. And my mom was like made clothes, like she does that, and she had a bunch of elastic. And I was like, you know, elastic stretches like rubber, but elastic doesn't break like rubber. So I took a little string of elastic and used it for my swim goggles. And it was the greatest invention I'd ever come up with. It lasted the whole swim season. I was like, great, this is awesome. And nowadays, if you buy a really nice pair of goggles, like the ones that, like competitive swimmers, they're all elastic now instead of rubber. I did it before Speedo did it. I thought of this idea when I was like in 4th grade, and
they're like 25.
and someone in Speedo came up with it a decade later.
You should have got mine. We're gonna get this right.
That's gotta suck.
You should have went to like a company and be like, yo, I got.
Yeah, I should have patented that. I wish I would have. I wouldn't be here today.
Oh.
I'll be honest with you. I would not be here today. Okay, an easy way to remember the 5 themes. Mr. Lip. That's on the next page. If you want to write down Mr. Lip, I would recommend that. That's an easy way to remember them.
Mr.
Has anyone had a $1 million idea?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought of one last summer when I went to Montana because my uncle lives there, and at Glacier, and I thought it would work. It's like binoculars that you can take pictures with, because like when you zoom in on your phone, it gets like really blurry.
Yeah, that would be a good. That's not a bad one. My one of my friends, he's a teacher as well. Not around here. Actually moved to Tennessee, but he was an English teacher, and he like journals every night. Like literally writes about what his day went, and he actually like came up with the idea of Twitter before Twitter was ever there. Like he showed this to me like when he was in college. He came up with this idea of Twitter and like exactly the way like the format of it.
That's Illuminati.
Like you
He showed it to me, and I didn't believe him. And he's looking at it, and I was like, wow. Like he goes, well, you know, it was right when text messages came out. He goes, you know, you could really make like some kind of way to make text messaging more of like that. And he'd like written it all out and kind of had the format. Guy could have been a billionaire probably.
You too.
So anyway. Okay, let's get a couple things. Okay, our first of the 5 themes of geography, location. What are the questions I should ask when I'm talking about the location of a place?
Where is it?
Where's the place? How far away is it? What places are close to this place?
Like if I don't want, I don't like to talk about I know.
Oh,
Yes.
I was gonna say that in India they have like all chicken there at McDonald's.
Oh yeah.
Actually, they don't. Their burgers are actually not beef; it's mutton, which is ground sheep beef, or it's sheep
Oh.
mutton.
Well, it still tastes good though.
Oh no! If you
What's that word?
mutton's just a fancy word for sheep.
Oh.
Yeah, they have sheep burgers and mutton burgers in McDonald's.
What is venison or whatever that's?
Venison is
What
deer.
Oh my god.
Deer.
Chick-fil-A. Is that, do they have like other areas? Because Chick-fil-A is like good.
What does Russia eat? What's like their favorite food?
Like, what's their favorite food, or what dish is known for
Like
in
you know,
Russia?
like yeah.
In Russia, what is most known, their dish is borodicha.